one of the things I learned about, because we had that red book, you know, that red book, Redemption. And then we had, in our church, we had the blue book, the banner hymn. And there was a brown book, the hymns of glorious praise. So when they used to announce the songs, because in the hymns of glory and praise, glorious praise, and the banner hymn, they'd have most of them the same songs. So they announced the banner hymn numbers for those members that had the banner hymn, which was the song with the great speckled bird in it. And then the hymns of glorious praise, which had all the other Pentecostal hymns. They announced the two numbers. And I found it really profound, because as a worship leader, how we did church, and just a little background. So Jenny, all of us up here actually, we not only just sang in church, but we've been able to stand in the world marketplace and stand and play with the best and sing with the best in the world. And most people don't understand how we do it, but all of it began in the front room. You see, I go to churches now and they say, you're going to sing this song. Have you got the music for it? What key are you going to do it in? As a guitarist, I had to learn to play in every key. Because when Sister Ruby started the song, just like that over there, as a musician, by the time she finished the first two lines, you had to know what key she was in, and you had to shout it out. G, we're all in G. And the other thing is that when she's singing the song, she would change key. And when she changed key, you had to change with her. And it's one thing to recognize the key going up, but sometimes Sister Brown would go down. So we as musicians, the skill, the legacy it gave us is that we could play anything that we heard. And most people may not take that for, it's an advantageous thing when you're doing it all together, but when you stand in a world where people don't play unless they've got the notes in front of them, you realize that it is not, you're not lesser because you don't read the notes. In actual fact, you're greater. Amen. When you can read the notes and you can play by ear. So I'm so excited, and I have this story to tell you, a quick one where I think I told it in convention, when we had a convention many years ago, because not everybody had songbooks. So this call and response model of worship, I call it model because that's what I have to use. We were doing it from time. Somebody stood at the front with the book and called the song out. And then we had this story where somebody stood up and says, my eyes are, can we sing hymn number 34? Sorry, my eyes are dim. My eyes are dim. I cannot see. I cannot see. I left my spectacles at home. Then we realized that they weren't actually tracking the words to him. They were trying to tell us that actually they couldn't see the words to track the song. So those are some of the fun things that you kind of pick up along the way. And the whole congregation is going with it. The whole congregation is singing it. Oh, yeah, my eyes are dim. Waiting for the punchline, but Jesus opened my eyes and I could see. But it didn't happen. It was like I left my glasses at home, you know. And these are some of the things that actually were amazing, because some of them you look back and you think, oh my God, how unorganized, how disorganized we were. But there was a power. There was a power where I saw where people would walk into church like they owned the church, walk in and sit down, but I saw the power of God pick them up. Right there in that moment, just change their lives, turn it around. I see people throw cigarettes and other things on the floor at the altar that we were frightened to pick up. What's that? Oh man, you young children, leave that thing there, we'll move it. And I'm going, wow, because of the power of God. Isn't there something amazing about the innocence of where we are? And sometimes knowledge takes away the heart. This song we're going to sing is a little up-tempo one. I think I've got it right here. So where do we go? always remember this song. The old account is settled long ago. The truth is, as a musician, I never knew the lyrics. I never knew the lyrics of the song. I knew all the music. But I just remember this song, long ago. Long ago. That's all I remember. So I don't know what key we want to do it in. Who knows it? Jenny, you know? Yeah, Jenny's going to run it, man.
There was a time on earth when in the book of heaven that old account was settled, for sinners yet forgiven. My name was at the top and many there below, but and said it long ago, long ago. And your account was settled long ago, and my record here today, and he washed my sins away, and the old account was settled long ago.
Second version.
Well, the old account was large and proven every day. I've always sinned and never tried to pray. But when I looked ahead and saw such pain and woe, well, thought that it was better and said it long ago, long ago. Long ago, and my record here today, 'cause he washed my sins away, and the old account was settled long ago, oh, long ago, long ago, when the old account was settled long ago.
Now, one thing, Jenny, one thing, right? We haven't quite got the music for that right, because I remember being a little boy, and when my father and those started to play, we didn't have keyboards them days, but they used to chip the guitar. And they used to say they didn't like reggae, but that's what it was. So we really have to come with a... Sometimes they wouldn't sing and we just... No singing, no singing. And then sometimes you'd hear the energy coming to the church and the rolling start. Then you'd get some people stand up and they start dancing, but it's still a dance. It's a jump, you know? They start. Clap our hands and say, long ago, when the old account was settled long ago, when the record is here today, and it washed my sins away, and the old account was settled long ago. I just remember 30 minutes later. Like the same song, you know, same chord. Till I've played the same song 45 minutes and everything's happened. Bench has fallen over, chairs fallen over, wigs came off, people rolling,